What's going on, guys? Gabe with ReviewDork, and we have an interesting phone to show you. And we had a hard time trying to figure out how to pronounce this. We scoured the internet. We went over mountains, through tunnels, into the woods. Not really. We just went to Wikipedia. And we found the proper pronunciation of this company creating bargain price phones. And this phone here costs $60. We're gonna unbox it. There you go. Those subtle unboxings. Now, it's apparent that Doo-jie, and it's spelled Doogee, like Doogie Howser, guys. But it's apparent that Doogee doesn't do what Apple does. Apple Jacks, check this out. Let's go back here, right? Apple actually has scientists who work on box tension so that this could be satisfying. Doogee, they don't care. They don't have those guys. You know what's satisfying? Paying $60 for a smartphone. That's satisfying. So we're gonna go ahead and pull back this protective layer. This is always satisfying. I don't care if it's a $100 phone, a $200, $1,000 phone. It comes with a case already in the case. And in case if you need help knowing where everything is, headphone, volume rockers. You see that there, the power button, and the SIM tray. So once we got that out of the way, we can go ahead and unpeel this as well. And we uncover its plastic finish. And it feels plastic. If it looks plastic, it feels plastic. And you guys could already see my fingerprints. Okay, it's going in the case, guys. Let's go ahead and check out what's in the box. Okay, we have a limited warranty, a user manual, SIM ejector tool, power brick. This is a 5-watt power brick and a USB connector, but this is micro USB, no USB-C support. And that's a shame considering that everything is going USB-C. In fact, there's rumors that the all-new iPhone is going USB-C. But then I remember it's a $60 phone. And this unboxing is as simple as it gets. Okay, something to keep in mind if you are to buy this phone is you get the Euro plug. It's pretty prevalent in the Caribbean, Middle East, obviously in Europe, but if you have a power brick laying around here in the US, you would simply use that. So that is not a deal breaker for me. So this device comes in 3 colors, black, blue, and green. I'm partial to blue and green, but I could only find it in black. Also back here, you will see a 3-camera array setup. So we have a 13 megapixel main, we have a 2 megapixel depth sensor, and we have a 2 megapixel zoom. So you're really not zooming into much of anything with a 2 megapixel zoom. Okay, so this phone is rather anemic with storage at only 16 gigs. So if you're an avid snapper, probably not for you. You do have the option, however, to expand the storage with an additional 32 gigs. How much is that? 32 plus 16? 48 gigs of total storage on this device. So this display here is rather bright actually, and it's powered by an LCD IPS, and it's a 6.5-inch screen. Here, horizontally, it's a 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio, which is a little different from what we're seeing now. With some of the newer phones, we're seeing 21 by 9. And keep in mind, this is a 720 display. It's a 720 by 1560, and it's called HD+, and we're actually going to show you guys something rather hilarious about this in a second. 264 pixels per inch. So his DPI is really not the highest, but gets the job done. I really marvel at the brightness of this screen. So we have here the water drop notch and a peak brightness of 600 nits. That really explains why this display is so bright. We have Corning Gorilla Glass, although it's not specified which version, and given that this is a $60 phone, I would imagine that it's probably version 2. And we're not going to test that. Applejack, you want to get a hammer and test this actually? You know, we get to destroy stuff on YouTube. Now, I've made a casual joke that this phone would be a phone that Amazon would make at the price point of $60. The specs are similar to what you would find in an Amazon Fire TV, actually. So powering this device is a quad-core ARM Cortex A53 clocked at 1.53 gigahertz, and we have 2 gigs of RAM. The display here, we're on YouTube, and for the life of us, we cannot figure out how to get 720 on this device. Looks like we're locked in at 480p, and minus the reflection, you guys can see that there. Not the best video, but it's good enough. I mean, definitely consumable. And a phone review is not a phone review without testing its audio. So we have non-copyright sounds right now because we're not trying to get a copyright straight. Let's go ahead and play this. So we were hitting 78 dBA, and if I recall, we did a review on a Dell XPS, and that was hitting somewhere like 80 dBA. Yeah, Applejack, you can confirm that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't have to go back on camera to confirm that, but that's fairly loud for what it is, and with the headphone jack on top, it's fairly easy. Just slip it into your pocket. You know, even if you're not gonna use this as a phone, if you're gonna use it like as an MP3 player, or simply as a streaming device that you go to the gym with, that you use, this is your beat up device. So my daily driver is my iPhone, and this is my Galaxy S20. I'm not sure you guys can see that, but this is my beat up phone. It just gets beat up everywhere. It's a damn shame that it costs $1,200 to get beat up. This is running Android 10, but a lighter, stockish version. You see you got Google Go, and if we go into the Google utilities, you will see we have Google Assistant Go, and we have Gallery Go, and really have to figure out, Applejacks, do you know what Go means, what it's for, the purpose of it?
It's basically like a light version of Android.
And obviously it needs to be a lightened version of Android. There's only 2 gigs of RAM on here. So what we're going to do is engage the camera, and by the way, you gotta put this out there. No app drawer. So everything you're used to, or everything you thought you knew about Android 10, the pull down drawer just does not apply. Let's go ahead and take a picture here, and we have the Rodecaster there, and it's really struggling. It's struggling with the light here. Trying to get that picture in there, dial it down. So it's not really the greatest picture, and I'm not sure if this is intended to be a snapper. It's not intended to be a snapper. It's a $60 phone. I want to go ahead and check out a selfie. As a photographer or a videographer, this looks like a log file. This looks like something you throw into Adobe and you add some color. Like, this is really flat, desaturated. But it has a camera, and it's a $60 phone. I guess that's what we have to keep in mind. As far as video is concerned, let's go ahead. Let's see if we can get Applejacks over there. We're gonna hit record. See, it is having such a hard time finding focus on here. And I'm not sure if the depth sensor, the depth sensor is just totally struggling back there. It doesn't know what to focus on. Oh, this is horrible. You're not really getting exceptional anything on this phone aside from the display. So why are we reviewing this phone? So this has a 4350 milliamp hour battery, and I'm assuming this will last a very long time, considering that the display is not a high resolution display. I'm trying to figure out who this is for. This is a phone with training wheels. This is a phone that you give your 7-year-old, your 8-year-old who needs a phone. You need to stay in touch with your kids. My son's about to turn 7 years old. I'm not gonna give him a $1,000 phone. No way. I'll give him a $60 phone. I can text him, I can call him, keep in touch. It's a $60 phone. If he drops it, hey, he drops it. And that hits something. And I'm really hoping that the display made it. So would I recommend this phone? Well, it's kind of hard not to recommend this phone, whether it's for your kid or your grandfolks, or just to have as an emergency backup phone for when things go sideways. You could buy 2 Yankee hats for $60. I mean, Apple Jacks. Anything else you could buy for $60?
Video game.
You can buy 2 pizzas, some garlic bread, and a Coke. You can get a manicure and a pedicure for $60. There's a lot of things you can get for $60. I mean, you could jump on Uber Eats and get yourself a dinner from Chili's and still end up paying $60 with that delivery fee. That's it, guys. This is Gabe with ReviewDork. I'm signing out. Peace.